Hello guys, welcome to another Napoleon Total War Historical Battles. This is number 8, and it is the Battle of Borodino. Yes. Now, this is a decently long battle, so I guess I'll start fast forwarding here right at the beginning. So my men are just going to stand there for a minute. My artillery is already getting shelled by the enemy howitzers. Maybe it's a unicorn. Looks like a unicorn, actually. 10-pounder unicorn. Yes, 10-pounder unicorn. So I noticed that my men are getting shelled over here, so I automatically just retreat them back to make sure they're not taking any losses from all the enemy shells that are happening. So I have these Swiss foot over here. Well, one Swiss foot and a chasseur. So they're eventually going to move up and take on this flank. For the most part, it's just going to be me sitting and looking for a minute, trying to figure out what exactly I'm going to do. And then
Our men are running, sir!
There goes. There was the first artillery unit. Yeah, the Russians did not like my artillery in the beginning of this battle at all. Though they are going to eventually do some damage, but it's going to take a while. As I start moving my first 4 units over to take on this flank to try to take them out, but it's going to take a while to force them out. That was my main focus at the beginning of the battle, was to try to take at least one of the flanks, and the flank I wanted to focus on was the right. I see now on the mini-map I started to move the Swiss foot and chasseurs up, at least into a position where they can take cover but not start firing. These musketeers have a good area up here, up on the hill. So my artillery still getting shelled. So my artillery is not even really gonna be able to unlimber. It's just gonna pick a few more shots. See, the morale is just crap right now. Is those 6-pounders unlimber, and I decided to unlimber them back there because it's just a better idea. So I start preparing to make my move up here on the right flank. As you can see, this is going to be the first confrontation on this battlefield. Little lag spike. Didn't think I remember happening in the battle. Or not. I don't know. Yeah, just the lag spike. That's all that was. Nice long lag spike. Yeah. You can see these musketeers are already just getting dropped to the ground as quickly as possible. So I'm going to try to flank and back around them. See my men still getting hit by artillery. That's been more than one lag spike. I don't even remember completely. This has been a while since I recorded this. These musketeers are in just prime position just to get slaughtered from the front. This is the only area where battling is happening at this point. Because that musketeer is just going to rout here in a second.
Our men are running, sir!
Oh, there goes one of my 6-pounders, which I knew was going to happen soon. And the unfortunate thing that's going to happen is there's going to be a cav unit. Oh, yep, there it is. Rossier back here, and I'm going to be paying attention to the other side when I'm moving my cav over to try and take out that corner of the battlefield. And there must have been a lot of lag spikes. I can't even remember. There's another one. Fast forward it until it starts moving again. So I moved some chasseurs and a cuirassier over here. Chasseurs HFL. So my units are still sitting here looking pretty. So I routed that unit, and I start moving up to prepare and take up this flank. But my chasseurs are unfortunately going to be out in the wide open, and I'm going to get charged while I'm not paying attention. Actually, it looks like I am paying attention, so I didn't move them, but I did not get these guys in the square. Okay, I bite my tongue. I did get them in the square. But those cuirassiers are gonna break the square immediately. I'm gonna move this chasseurs unit, which hasn't been spread out yet. They're gonna start firing on those cuirassiers and just drop their numbers very, very quickly, though taking a lot of team
Our men
killing.
are running, sir.
There goes a Polish Legion, I think, due to the team killing. So I also lost a chasseurs unit in that too, as I had to charge in my dragoons just to finish out what remains of the cuirassiers. As I have to continue finishing out these cuirassiers. They're still not routing. So I have to reform my grenadier unit to start taking out this musketeer unit, which I end up charging even before this cuirassiers rout. Even with only 10 left, I still haven't even routed. So my grenadiers are dropping in numbers still. So I get a good charge in these musketeers. So they finally rout those cuirassiers. So I did lose a Polish Legion and a chasseurs unit. This musketeer unit is not going to last long against my cav. That's when I charge in, or at least attempted to, but take a lot of team killing due to the chasseurs HFL. And they're just going to start firing into the flank of this Russian Jaegers unit. Still trying to take out these musketeers.
Our men are running, sir.
There goes my artillery again. So unfortunately, my chasseurs HFL are not doing much damage at all. And then I move up my Swiss foot just to start absolutely taking out this Pavlovsk Grenadiers. I probably butchered that name too. Butchered numerous things on this game, that's a guarantee. As I move up my remaining units that are over here to take out this musketeer unit that just will not die. So I charge in these cuirassiers to attempt to take out these Russian Jaegers, but see losses taken before they even get to the line of Russian Jaegers. But since these are Jaegers, they can't melee against cuirassiers. So they're just going to get slaughtered, but they're still going to live to tell the tale. A few of them will be.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
This musketeer unit finally fell to the cav and my 2 units that are over there. This Jaeger unit's still surviving over here. Another lag spike. Come on, come on. I don't know why it's just causing too many lag spikes. I don't completely get it. There it goes again. This Russian Jaeger just is killing my cav, but it's not. My cav is also reducing it in numbers. So I'm gonna bring up 2 remaining units over here and make a line to try to make its way through here. So, my cav gets charged by the Cossack cavalry, and 2 Cossack cavalry actually. I think it was just remaining of that unit. And then here comes a Hussar unit. So my Swiss foot have moved back. And the Chasseurs. So I'm running my men to make that line, and here comes a lifeguard of foot. Ugh. Huh, my poor...
Our men are running, sir!
I'm just getting dragged on the ground. So I basically lost the cav that I had in this area. As both flanks aren't looking to be in the best condition. As my Chasseurs start firing on this lifeguard afoot. Doing damage. So they're trying to reform. So I form a bit of a curved line, get flanking fire. So we're about to start the form square. And instead of charging that square, they charge right into my Chasseurs. So I am going to lose that Chasseurs unit for a while, but it will come back. And I get charged by this Cossack cavalry. So the AI is actually being smart this battle. So,
our men are running, sir!
I can't form a square with my Chasseurs. They just randomly route. So I've basically lost this flank at this point. So I don't have much reinforcement to give. I am going to end up having to start moving these units over here. And then whatever units are over here are going to start moving up on this flank. And those 4 units are going to be the decisive units, including this Grenadier of Line. Very decisive in this battle. Whatever cav I have left will also be decisive. So my Chasseurs are still living to this Cossack cavalry. So they finally rout.
Our men are running, sir!
So I have lost every unit on that flank. This flank ain't looking pretty either, but it's holding out. It's getting flanked by some musketeers. I'm trying to focus on taking out these Russian Jaegers at this point. I'm going to succeed taking some of them out, but this Swiss foot ain't going to last long due to the fire on the flank. So this battle's going to kind of die off for a little bit while my units start moving around the flanks. I'm going to fast forward it just a bit, because nothing is really happening at this point. As I move my Chasseurs back up to take on this Russian Jaegers unit. So they take their time because they're tired. Take a few losses that they're getting there. Now they're in slow motion. As my Chasseurs unit up here decide to come back from routing. So I'm going to get some flanking fire on these lifeguard afoot. For the most part, those are the only 2 areas where anything's really happening. Because the middle is just too difficult to try to take. Is that Russian Jaeger units is going to rout here in a second. As the Swiss foot came back and I move it back up. As I seem to have lost all my artillery at this point, and they weren't much help at all. And they took out a few men. Actually, they took out 2 cans from the Unicorn, but they're not going to learn much help. So I'm finally actually getting some room here on this flank, as this Jaeger unit is still holding on. They're kind of doing somewhat of volley fire. So we're not getting too many kills just because of all the shrubbery. I move up this Chasseurs unit, try to take on some lifeguard afoot. They're gonna get some kills on them. So I'm still moving up whatever remains of my army. These chasseurs are gonna give these lifeguards a run for their money, but these chasseurs aren't gonna last against these lifeguards, as there they go. And somehow this Russian Jaeger unit still hadn't routed, but there it goes. My units are taking their time getting crossed. Kind of have them walking. They did take a few losses to cannonballs. Let's see them in the river. Is this flank is finally getting reinforcement? So for the most part, the battles has been on 2/4 of this field at this point. See the losses taken here quite a bit. So I'm quickly moving up these units to try to take on whatever still remains of the Russians, which is still a lot. A lot of force remains. As these musketeers are gonna start firing on my chasseurs and the Swiss foot. So we're gonna do quite a bit of damage just within the first volley. So it'll be good to get rid of this flanking force. So I start forming the flanking line to take out all of this artillery. But these musketeers are still gonna do a lot of damage to these two units, so they're already very depleted. I should have just charged in right now, but I waited a bit longer. So nothing is really happening on that flank just yet. It's the main firefight over here. Not really escalating. The losses are starting to make a difference. So I kind of leave these units here for a little bit until I notice. So I'm still making this flanking force, and then still not much happening. Let's try and reduce this musketeer unit. And that's when I move him up. So my flanking force now preparing to take on this Russian flank, which doesn't have much left. I move up those Swiss foot. That Fusilier of line. And chasseurs. That chasseurs finally routed. This musketeer has dwindled just a bit. So I move this chasseurs unit to take on this Opelacini. Name for
one of our units has used.
And then that Swiss foot over here runs out of ammo, so they're gonna charge in against musketeers. So I always spam the button. And since this unit has such a weird way of standing, they're just gonna get absolutely slaughtered right here. First volley. It's just so many losses have already been taken. As now I have to take on this lifeguard of foot. So my grenadiers of line have already taken a decent amount of losses just getting to the line. And then this lifeguard of foot's just not going to last long against two units. Just neither is this unit right here against my chasseurs. kind of in a blocky formation. Is those Swiss foot also routed? These lifeguards are dwindling as my grenadiers are doing the exact same. So they're about to rout, actually. Those Opalacini have routed. As I reform the line to get fire on the flank of these lifeguards, it's not really going to be needed as they're just about to rout. I guess the fire is going to be needed. Nope, nope, there they go. There they go. This flank is being taken because all that's left is artillery and then another spot. Then I have to go up against these musketeers, but it's not going to last long against the chasseurs and a Fusilier line. This unit's about to unleash another volley on it. There it goes. This unit just got dwindled down on whatever I had remaining of those other 2 units that have routed. As you can see them back there. And with that, that unit is going to no, they're not routing yet. They're actually putting up a fight. And there they go. Now I'm gonna end up charging into this building against these Pavlovsk Grenadiers just to take the building. I'm concerned that chasseurs in there. Now we are reforming to take out these Grenadiers that protect this 20-pounder uniform. Is my cap quickly took out that artillery piece. I would have made my unit spread out a bit more, but there was no room to do it, and I kind of wanted all 3 units firing on it. This flank is finally being taken. Then I noticed that I was going to put the chasseurs in there instead. I made the Fusiliers go in there, so I changed my mind. There's still a good amount of force. Not much, but enough to at least still keep my army from winning this battle. These Grenadiers are just gonna continue to drop to the ground. Not much remains of that unit. Whoa. Unit has routed, and my cav charged into the 20-pounder uniform. There it goes. So I still have my force remaining. My chasseurs are depleted. As you can see, that's mostly what died right here is my chasseurs. So not much remains as this building is being a bit formidable to take. My Fusiliers. I don't have much force left, but it's going to be enough to take the building and hold this flank.
We have taken the building,
Here comes
sir.
all, pretty much, what remains of the enemy. As all these units over here have routed, I'm going to end up moving them back up to take out these guys up here. Sorry about that, you guys. As I charge my chasseurs up. Well, my lancers. I was gonna charge them into that 12-pounder foot artillery, but I didn't, saving them. So unfortunately, these chasseurs are gonna get cut up really quick. They are gonna rout due to overwhelming enemy force. So my Fusiliers get out of the building.
Our men are running, sir!
Because there they go over there. They thought the chasseurs are gone. This is when I start thinking this battle is starting to look a bit grim at this point. Fast forward it because there's not much happening. Me just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I moved the all my force over here, and I don't really take any losses. I thought I did for a second. And then all the enemy force was sorry about that again, you guys. These grenadiers are just not really gonna get anywhere quickly. These Fusiliers come back. Oh, my chasseurs do. But yeah, these units are gonna do much more. These Gatherers and the Fusilier. So I'm making a mistake and take a few losses when I charge in my men. There they go. Then I notice that they don't turn into a square, the AI does, and that grenadier is just going to fall quickly to my cav. So I need to fast forward just a bit more because I think it's taking a little while. My chasseurs are still fighting against this musketeer unit, but not much is happening. As I charge up against 10-pounder unicorn, quickly take them out, and then charge up against these 12-pounder foot artillery. As there goes the 12-pounder foot artillery. I have to start moving these units up. So I'm glad I'm fast forwarding because this is taking a long dang time. And that unit came back from routing the Fusiliers. So they're going to reform a line. My lancers are reduced in numbers, but there's still a formidable amount of them left. See the, I guess we'll check the battlefield while nothing's happening. You can see all the main losses took place mostly over here, and as I took the flank. See who moved up. Last big battle, a little battle happening here, and then a good amount of the battle also took place here. As Borodino was a very formidable map to take place in. I moved Napoleon up. I do think I can take on this grenadier unit, so that's why I moved up the Fusiliers. See this musketeer unit, 102 out of 160 left. As I am ready to charge, but I'm going to keep my cav back as I move up my final two remaining units that are over here on this flank to take on this grenadier unit. See the first loss is taken over here. I move up those Fusiliers, because they're going to start providing flanking fire. So I don't have much force left, but it's going to be enough to take on the enemy. We're still kind of out of range, it looks like. Never mind. Is that first volley dropped 10, and then oh, that unit just got slaughtered. It just got slaughtered. In the name of France. That unit's gonna quickly just drop from anywhere you can think of. Napoleon's still walking up. First real volley and just dropped about 30 men. Right then and there. There it goes. Fast forward it a bit more. Because I have no choice but to move all the remains of those units up to take on the musketeer unit, because I'm afraid that if I do disarm one, then it'll just be one after another or rout, and then that's when I'm preparing to charge the enemy general Michael Kutsusafa. I butcher too many things. So I have to start running them because I was getting impatient. That unit's not really going to get to do anything as soon as I get to the general. And here goes the final charge. I can see that somehow this guy's taking a few losses. As the charge happens. Since I have Lancers, the enemy general is going to get rushed under the weight. And there he goes. The final Russian unit is routed. There go the musketeers. Like I said, they weren't going to get to do anything. I think my thought was, wow, I didn't even get to take them on. Well, there you go, you guys. That is the end of the Battle of Borodino. See you guys.